Well, hello and welcome to the Fairy Glade. Close by the river, you can probably hear the river in the background. Overcast afternoon, winter. But the seasons don't make any difference at all to the unseen forest dwellers. And I have a little routine which I always go through when I come into the forest. Every time I come into this area here, I give thanks to the guardians of this land. I give thanks to the ancestors whose spirits are here. I also give thanks and acknowledge the little people, the unseen people, the Patapaiarehi, the fairy folks, the elves, whatever you like to call them, the beings which are here. I also thank every living thing in the forest for allowing me to come to this special place. The birds and the insects, the animals, every tree that is present here, I give thanks to especially. And then I like to say thank you to all the waters that flow around this land, under this land, and flow within every plant and every tree and every living thing that is here. Every stone, every branch has residues of water in it. And this resonates with us as humans, with the water we have within. So when I do this little routine, as I like to call it when I come here, it's not a ritual. I do it, I ad-lib it, it changes sometimes. But it's acknowledging the unseen presence. And the unseen presence is unseen to me physically, but I hear and I know. And other people that I bring to this area here, they see and they hear and they share with me. We've had all sorts of explanations, we've had all sorts of descriptions given for what is here. And it's so exciting, and I know that when I come and talk that there is an acknowledgement. And I know that so often, as a lot of you would understand, that when we go to special places and we take photographs around about, and then we put them up on our computer when we get home, and we look at the foliage, and we look at the leaves, and we look at the ground and think, oh my gosh, look at that little face peering out from behind those leaves at me. I never saw it with the physical eye, but there was something there. So this is a place which is part of a fairy trail which comes from up the hill there. It goes right through on the fringes of this area here I've designated or called the Fairy Glade, across the main track there, down and across the river and up the other side. So this is just one of many, many fairy trails that are to be found throughout Aotearoa, New Zealand. And not only in places of forest like this, they're all over the land, they're all over the country. So, if we take the time to sit quietly within nature, or even in our own gardens, down the bottom of the garden, and we just allow ourselves to sink into the ambience of what's around us, we just allow ourselves to imagine, to visualize, and then we will allow ourselves perhaps to hear, and then to ultimately see. In this special place, there is a way that I can often tell when the presence is nearby, and I'll show you how I do this. I have here a couple of very simple dowsing rods. Some of you may be conversant with dowsing. And so I'm just going to see now if there is a presence here, close by, that's observing what we're doing today. Ooh. That's a positive. Is there anything in very close proximity? Well, are you hearing what I'm talking about? a very simple confirmation. And it's very heartening because, as I say, I sometimes hear, but at this stage I cannot see. So for all the times I step in here and talk to the unseen, they do acknowledge my presence, which is wonderful. It's really wonderful. So all these things are in the eye of the beholder. And some people may think this is so strange, talking about little fairies and big fairies. And they come in all sizes. I have a book, which I brought back from England a few years ago, and it describes 123 different types of little forest dwellers and the dwellers within nature. And this, of course, includes elemental beings. And elemental beings, I feel, are reflecting themselves and their presence through the music of the plants that I am recording. And I feel that the elemental beings for every plant are helping to express themselves and their being through the music of the plants. So that is a small introduction to the fairy glade and the fairy forest. Magical place for me and for many other people. And I'd like to think that sometime soon you'll come and visit this glade with me so we can sit here quietly and just contemplate and listen. So thank you very much, everybody.